Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera from MDC Trading Academy with our pre-market forecast and midweek review for today, Wednesday, July the 10th. Let's look at our news items for today. If you remember from our previous pre-market forecast on Monday, we talked about a heavy Fed week, and that's exactly what we have. We have today, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Chairman of the Federal Reserve is testifying, so that can go on for a bit. We also have the minutes being released, which is interesting. Normally he testifies a few days before this, but this is the first time I see that he actually testifies before Congress and the minutes are released. He's also appearing again on Thursday at 10 a.m. We have CPI in between there, so this is a pretty interesting week in reference to announcements. Now, the market volumes continued to dip since May. As we see this arrow here, yesterday we barely had 700,000 transactions. Market obviously has a continuation to the upside. It finds itself within the small flag pattern to the upside, but the market broke through it. So interestingly enough, the market, in spite of its low volume, continues to find strength up, probably trying to reach the all-time high once again at 3,003.75. I think the Fed announcement is going to impact the market today from the get-go. Potentially can move sideways for a little bit. Let's look more closely at what's happening under the numbers here. And as we can see, it's pretty much a sideways market. We established this particular reference point of support here, way back here. Where are we talking here? This was back here. Probably about a week ago or so. Market is finding a clear support in this area. This is where the market is oscillating between the high, all-time high, and this particular support level here at about 29.60. And it's finding support there, it's bouncing off this area and attempting to continue. Here are projected areas, targets to the upside. We have these points here, and obviously we break here above the high. We just recalculated this particular one at about right about 30.17 or so. And of course, if it breaks lower to the downside, we're expecting movement obviously further down to this level here. So let's look here at our projection. That was our projection chart analysis chart. Find ourselves between the market that I was actually, this is the intraday high, intraday low. Market attempted down, it had a run to the upside, quick and powerful run up. It took it back overnight, found support at this price level here, and now the market continues to go a little higher. Now it's breaking right through. That's probably has something to do with news that's going on right now. I think let's see what we got here going on at 8:30. Is there anything happening at 8:30? No, I have no idea what that may be, but obviously whatever it is, it's affecting the market right now. So it depends on where the market breaks. If we find some support here, we can expect some more continuation to the upside. Otherwise, we're expecting the market to come down here once again, find some sort of support somewhere along this level here. Probably this level is more clearly here. That's a more established line right there. Somewhere along there, market's probably going to find some support. But again, it looks to us like we're going to have a little bit, the volume is going to be similar to it was yesterday. So we're being very careful. I practically don't trade this month for that particular reason. It's acting like a typical July where volume seems to be a little low, and we're having some real quick reactions up. There's these quick pops to the upside. Here we had one here, we had one here, we had another one here, and then we took it all back. And then we kind of had a war that popped down, and then we had the pop up, and right now we just had this tremendous pop to the upside. So it's a kind of weird day. Normally this kind of stuff happens when we have very little volume, and just imagine it's low volume in the pre-market, and it's moving the market this way, kind of like casually swinging back and forth while we'll see what happens throughout the day. Just be very careful today. Remember, this guy's testifying, and it's going to take a little time for him to get everything off his chest. Here's the pop that we're talking about right here. We do have, like I said, a little bit of support here from this section down here. I'm just going to move this up to the intraday low, use that as my base for this trend line, and go from here. That's basically what we have. We really, like I said, expect the market to hold this potential area here and then continue to the upside. Excuse me. Otherwise, we're going to expect a little bit of running to the downside before we start heading up again. Let me know what you think, and let me see if you have any questions. Thanks.